Good morning, Pine Belt, and happy May to you. Ryan, the birds are singing and the flowers are blooming, but clouds are moving in. So could the April showers turn into May showers?
Yeah, it looks like we've got at least a few showers, but I would say the big issue is going to be May humidity.
Okay.
Which doesn't have a saying to go with it, but it should. We'll maybe come up with one.
You can maybe think of a song, May humidity.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's going to be humid in May. Like,
there you go.
Yeah. So, she's trying to get me to do that.
I'm trying to get him to do the song and the choreography. Maybe that'll happen at the end of this weekend preview.
Maybe.
We're going to move along, folks. Rain or shine, pack the Pete this weekend, Pine Belt, and cheer the Golden Eagles to the top. Southern Miss is hosting Coastal Carolina. It's another big Sun Belt series and one of the last for the Golden Eagles as the season wraps up. Southern Miss has won 8 out of 11 weekend series, but it hasn't been an easy ride to tie third in the conference. They've only gotten one sweep and have been run-ruled 3 times. Now, last time Southern Miss squared off at the Diamond with the Chance was last year, and they lost the series. So the heat is on this weekend. And here are the dates and times for you. The series starts tomorrow at 6 p.m. It continues Saturday at 2 and then Sunday at 11. And you can get your tickets right now at southernmisstickets.evenue.net. All right, I know you're going to give us the forecast later, but is it going to be miserable out there to sit out there for that game?
This weekend, not quite. We're getting there, though. Like,
all right.
This will remind you that those days exist and they're not far away. But I'm actually planning to be at the Sunday game at least. My dad loves going to games, so you know, growing up we used to go to all kinds of games. He hasn't been able to do it so far with just other stuff going on in his life, so we're going to try to get the next 2 weekends in, and definitely I got my tickets already.
Have fun, have a good time, and you, Pine Belt, if you're planning on going to the game, you guys have a good time.
Stay hydrated.
Some more weekend events for you. Stay hydrated, yes. This weekend, most people will be focused on beating the heat, but at Pete Taylor Park, they're preparing for a cold front. Atlanta Braves sensation and Southern Miss alum, the Freeze, makes a trip to Baseburg to throw the first pitch at tomorrow's game and potentially challenge someone to a race. Think you've got what it takes to beat the Freeze? Head to Pete tomorrow, and if you get iced out, you can still get a picture with this stone cold sprinter. So I've heard or read that he's so fast, he gives people a significant head start and still smokes them.
You know, if he's watching,
okay.
It said tomorrow, right, for the Friday game?
Yeah.
I won't be at that one, but if he's there Sunday, I'll do it.
Will you?
I am deceptively fast, so he'll give me that big head start, and I think like he'll really have to turn it on at the end because he'll be like, oh, he's further ahead, because most of them, guy got long legs.
Yeah.
So.
No, I read that
that
sometimes he thinks that he's got them, and then right at the tail end they find this burst of energy, and there are a few people out there who've beat him, but it has happened.
I think I would have at least a decent chance. Plus, I would stretch first. You saw that one guy probably blew his hamstring out, unfortunately, because he did not. You got to stretch first.
Well, when you go out there Sunday, be prepared just in case.
He might stick around if he saw the challenge and be like, I'm going to take that weather guy, because he said a cold front. I was like, there's no cold fronts coming.
Yeah, no, they call him the Freeze. Wait, I think you need to be out there tomorrow, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I won't be there tomorrow. I can't make it tomorrow. But if he's still around on Sunday, which I know he's a busy man.
Yeah, it's at tomorrow's game.
If he's still there,
I would love to see that.
Special challenge.
All right, you got to tell us about maybe a rodeo? I think you gotta say giddy up.
Well, let's giddy up and giddy on over to the Forest County Multipurpose Center this Saturday for bulls, bands, and barrels. For one night only, watch some of the highest ranking cowboys and cowgirls in the nationwide race, ride, and wrangle with a special live concert to cap off the event. Gates open at 5:30, then there will be bull riding, barrel racing, plus freestyle bullfighting starting at 7. Cameron Marlowe and Colin Stowe take the stage at 9. Seating is first come, first serve, and you can get your tickets at itickets.com.
That video looks scary. It looks really dangerous. The rodeo will forever be just more interesting to watch. I don't see how people have the courage to do all those. I mean, they're not stunts because you're risking your life on those horses and bulls.
I've been to a few of them, and I occasionally feel bad for like when they rope the calves.
Oh, yeah, that
for
part.
that. I'm like, come on, he's just a little guy, but
yeah.
But then they put the bulls out there, and I think that makes up for it because it is not a safe thing.
Yeah,
for
it
people
gets
to do.
scary. Those clips, they're hard for me to watch. They get pretty intense. All right, we have another event for you. Experience immigration-related stories told through the lens of different cultures this weekend at the opening reception for Crossing Culture Divides. Presented by artists across borders, this exhibition features photographs, paintings, and three-dimensional works from Betty Press, Hector Baldo, Alan Chin, and Andrea Costel. Here's a look at one of the group's previous exhibitions. They're collaborating to showcase the diversity of cultures through different media. The free reception is from 4 until 6 Saturday at Main Street Gallery. It's hosted in part by Festival South, but if you can't make it, don't worry about it. You can catch the exhibition Thursday through Saturday until July 31st. All right, so one exhibition to a thumbs up game?
Sure, let's play. Okay, so let's do it. Let's play a game. Thumbs up or down? Coffee?
If he can have more thumbs, he would for coffee.
Yeah, triple thumbs.
You drink a lot of
crafts?
coffee. Yeah, depending on what the craft is.
And cuddles?
Cuddles, double thumbs up for cuddles. I love to cuddle.
I don't know. It gets a little hot sometimes. I like my space. I'm a big guy. But if you love a thumbs up to one or all of those things, we have an event for you, and that's a pretty interesting mix there.
What?
The coffee house, Fabelhoft in Hattiesburg is teaming up with Southern Pines Animal Shelter for a special art market and adoption event. Oh, that's the cuddles. Okay. Saturday from 1 to 4, grab a coffee or beer. If you're of age, responsibly, of course, browse some art and meet your next furry friend all in one place. Over in Purvis, the Speakeasy at Steam is hosting its second annual spring art walk, so there's a couple of those if you love art. The event kicks off at 3 and runs until 8 with a variety of craft, coffee, cocktails, and again, beer and snacks. Plus, of course, live music. There's something for every taste out there. Expect to shop from a variety of local artists selling items like stained glass, leather goods, vintage fashion, and artisan jewelry.
All right, we're going to talk about in with the new and out with the old, but as your spring cleaning ramps up, remember a few household items can't go to the garbage or in the garbage. The city of Hattiesburg invites you to clear out your kitchen, garage, bathroom, and more, any of those household hazards with you, and do the right way to throw away day from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. That Saturday, the city will collect items like cleaners, transmission fluid, old electronics that can't be tossed in the trash. There are 2 locations, the Lamar County Multi-Purpose Center and Bobby Chain Airport. Got anything you need to throw away?
No, not like that. Not like that. I would say the biggest thing I see like that, though, are old TVs, the cathode ray tube TVs. Those are very unsafe to just throw anywhere, mostly because they can break and explode, and there's some stuff in there. Yeah, like that ray tube's under pressure. And sometimes
gotcha.
But that's what I always see, just sitting on the side of the road somebody put there. So don't do that. If you got one, just take it down there, they'll get rid of it.
Don't litter with the old TVs.
Yeah, plus vintage electronics guys, they're looking for those things. You might have some money in your pocket there for it. You just got to look for those people. Either way, get ready for the ultimate fusion of food, fun, and fiesta at Petal Chamber of Commerce's Downtown Fam Jam. Celebrate the community spirit of Cinco de Mayo with this family-friendly festival on Saturday. Explore vendors, grab a bite to eat, and enjoy live music from local bands. South Main Street will be closed for the event, and you're encouraged to bring a lawn chair. I bet you there will be some delicious tacos.
There will, and sticking with Cinco de Mayo, we've got some drink and food specials to help you celebrate. First up, check out the Parklet Party in downtown Hattiesburg. That is a good graphic. Thank you, Sarah. Sunday, From 4 until 7, enjoy $3 tacos, $5 margaritas, and non-stop tunes at the end of Front Street, hosted by Nellie's and Hattie's Burgers. And from 2 until 10, stop by the Mahogany Bar for, you guessed it, $3 tacos and $5 margaritas, plus live music starting at 2 p.m. And I cannot believe we're talking about Cinco de Mayo already. I feel like mentally I'm still maybe in February. I feel like the year is going pretty fast.
Well, it does feel a bit like that, and I say, you feel like you're stuck in February. Well, the weather is seemingly stuck near Labor Day, because that's pretty much what it's almost felt like and will feel like very, very soon. So our coolest days of the next week or two are happening right now. Today in the upper 80s, and tomorrow I expect to fall into the low 80s thanks to the few to scattered showers tonight and tomorrow morning and potentially into the afternoon, with considerably hotter and more humid air moving in next week. It is going to be that taste of basically late July, August type weather as we head into the next couple of days. Your weekend, though, isn't looking too bad, and despite the sky condition here, I've just got one icon to give you a whole day worth. It's really not expected to be all that stormy there. We are going to see that 30% chance, which I would put in the front third of the day, as we'll see potentially some of these getting started as early as this evening. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a moment. And then potentially carrying on into each of these days as well, which are frustratingly starting to be those types of days in summer where it's going to rain somewhere. And even the best meteorologists on Earth, which I think I'm decent, but I might not be at that level yet, couldn't tell you where or when until maybe just a couple of hours before, once you start seeing heating trends and things like that, because we've usually got heat, we've usually got humidity, and under the right circumstances that develops a shower on even a day where they're not expected, especially if they pop up to the south along the coast and the sea breeze and just drift our direction. That just feels unfair sometimes. That's just how it goes. But looking outside right now at Express Care in Summerall, you can see it looks mighty cloudy, like it might rain again at any given moment here, but really don't expect to see anything like that until later on, and especially because it's so wishy-washy. Look at this here at Circle C Tractor in Waynesboro, one of my favorite shots, where you've got all the different contrasting colors, especially so when we've got some blue sky, which is exactly what we have right here. But you can see those clouds starting to move in, and they will continue to thicken off and on, averaging about 50-50 or more as we head for the rest of the day and into the evening. And that's the only reason that we're not getting back into the low 90s like we were yesterday. In fact, the National Weather Service Reporting Center, I believe it's at the airport, reported 91 for yesterday's high. And I think I had it at 89, just hopeful, wishful thinking all of the prior week up to that. So I figured it was a good chance that we'd hit it, and we ended up doing it. But thankfully, the cloud cover keeping us a little cooler today. 76, though, where we are right now, before lunchtime, so it's definitely warming up and expected to get up into that 80. I believe I went with 87, but this one might have just updated on me and went to 88. But you can see those clouds there, and again, the potential for some showers. I don't expect we'll see too much out of it. You can see the rain chances here never really going, even for any given hour, above 40%. Which is about where I would say, okay, well, that's where you're going to at least see a shower in the area. But you see that it's even struggling. The moisture's there, the temperature will be there, and there's just a little bit of a very weak boundary passing through that's going to kind of give that some extra lift. And it looks like it's about to rain right now. You can see that off towards the west at the state line with some decent moderate rain and even some potentially heavier little pockets in there moving towards us. There's that cloud cover that's already started to move into the central Pine Belt. You see as we head through the day, though, it's really going to struggle to get anything going, and then as we head towards those evening hours, it's not very consistent with what it's been trying to bring in. At one point earlier this morning, it was a huge blob, and I was like, I think this is overdoing it. I would say this is about appropriate with what I would expect we would see. 1 to 2 little areas that manage to get something going, and you could even hear some rumbles of thunder out of it, but not expected to be anything significant. I believe there's only a level 1 risk of severe weather on our extreme western corner there, unless they extend it later on. And then as we head through the night and into tomorrow, you can see a few spotty showers still holding on by about sunrise. Clouds thickened overnight, mostly cloudy. That's going to keep us on the warm side there in the upper 60s as well. And then we'll start working on getting that out of the area. As we head into Saturday, you see it clear for a little bit there. A lot of this is not actually clouds. It's fog moving back in, as we will continue to see that moving back and forth as it's not getting any less humid. That's the big thing I'm trying to drive across here. And then as we head into Saturday, again, not much is expected as far as rain goes, but there it is. That's basically a textbook sea breeze front trying to get going there and drifting in our direction. Not likely to be able to sustain itself this early with the amount of moisture that we have, but if it does, somebody's going to feel some sprinkles out there. And you can see that kind of extending a little bit on. Now, Friday brings us a little bit of rain. Saturdays is very spotty. Sundays is very spotty. All of that pretty conditional on heating with just a little support from low pressure. And then even once I drop it off to zero, there's still going to be that small chance that under the right heating circumstances, one pops up, very short-lived out there. But it's really all about the humidity in the days ahead. Right now we're at sticky, slowly working our way up from those amazing and great levels, and you see with minor fluctuations, it's not changing very much, and it's headed towards those 70s, which is like where our dew point should be in like July and August. So very, very warm and humid, and that's unfortunately coming right around the time with this pretty significant warm up as well, getting into the mid 90s by the middle of next week. And that means the heat indexes are very likely going to be hitting our triple digits there. And you can see week 1 and week 2 there. Yeah, she sees it over there. It's not looking good for those temperature outlooks, definitely above average. And average for this time of year is already hot enough, if you ask me. It's like mid 80s by this point. So you can see those numbers right there going all the way up to 94 by next Friday before we finally take a step back. And even then, it's finally cooler, and I'm doing air quotes right now, you can't see me, with 90.
All right, before we go, mark your calendars, Hattiesburg, to celebrate local athletes and scholars at the Parade of Champions. Cheer on the exceptional students making strides at Southern Miss William Carey, Hattiesburg Public Schools, Purvis, Oak Grove, and Sacred Heart Monday night starting at 5:30. Seriously, Pine Belt, we want to see streets lined with black and gold, red and white, purple and yellow, and all the shades of blue that show your school pride. And in case you missed it, this year's Grand Marshal is USM's women's basketball coach, Joy Lee McNellis, who just completed chemotherapy and radiation treatments Monday. Coach McNellis has beaten lung cancer for the 3rd time, all while leading the Lady Eagles basketball team to victory. All right, that's it for us, Pine Belt. Thank you so much for joining us for this weekend preview, and we'll catch you at midday. He's joining me today.
Yeah, I'll be there.
See y'all.